Good morning and welcome to Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. And on the show, we've tackled mutual funds and ETFs. And today, we're going to look at unit investment trusts with Kevin Mahn. He's the CIO of Smart Trust UITs. Thank you very much for joining us at Market Site.
My pleasure.
All right. Now, before we get into UITs, tell us a little about Henyon and Walsh and how that fits in with Smart Trust.
Sure. Henyon and Walsh has been in business since 1990 with offices primarily in Parsippany, New Jersey and down in lovely Boca Raton, Florida. Henyon and Walsh provides innovative services and products to financial advisors and individual investors across the country. One example of an innovative investment product that we do provide is through our platform of Smart Trust Unit Investment Trust, for which Henyon and Walsh serves as a sponsor.
All right, now let's talk about UITs and where do you see the opportunities in 2018?
Yeah, UITs is another package 40 Act product similar to a mutual fund or an ETF. There are some distinctions between those two product types, but UITs are primarily known for their income production capabilities. And going into 2018, even though we're anticipating 3 potential additional rate hikes from the Federal Reserve, we still forecast a 10-year U.S. Treasury yield of 3% or less. So it's going to be a very challenging environment for individual investors to find yield, and we think UITs can provide a solution to those investors in addition to those looking for growth opportunities.
What are some of the subtle differences between UITs, mutual funds, and ETFs, and can anyone purchase UIT? Can I get one?
Sure. Anyone, so long as your financial advisor has a selling agreement with the product sponsor, such as Henyon and Walsh and Smart Trust. They have relatively low minimums, very transparent, fully liquid product. One of the core differences with a UIT versus a mutual fund is a UIT has a defined maturity date, typically between 15 months and 24 months, and as opposed to a mutual fund that's actively managed, UIT keeps its holding static for the life of the trust.
All right, and let's talk about the market overall. What areas, what sectors are you bullish about for 2018, and what UIT would represent that?
Sure. One of the areas that we saw in 2017 in terms of a change in market leadership was a shift from domestic equities to international equities. We saw that in terms of performance, and we saw that in terms of fund flows. We think that market leadership change will continue into 2018. And in fact, we have a solution at Smart Trust called our Dorsey Wright International Momentum Trust that capitalizes on that theme. Using Dorsey Wright's widely known point and figure charting and relative strength rankings, they pick a portfolio of 50 different stocks, ADRs and GDRs, approximately equally weighted across developed markets, emerging markets, and frontier markets. So we think that's a nice diversified way to gain exposure to international equities.
All right, and to wrap up, what's Henyon and Walsh working on for 2018?
Oh, we're working on a lot, but one of the areas that we're looking at, Jill, and we're getting a lot of inquiries about Bitcoin, not surprisingly. And I won't use this interview to kind of jump into the debate over Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, but we did observe the underlying technology that supports Bitcoin, that being blockchain and its potential applications. So we're looking at potentially building a portfolio looking at blockchain and other disruptive technologies in the areas such as artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, Internet of Things, and even robotics to see if we can provide a growth-oriented solution there as well.
Oh, think about it. Social media 10 years ago, even 10 years ago, that was the new hot thing. So why not blockchain and AI and everything else that goes into it, right? All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us at Market Site. And traders, as always, thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.